They can be extraordinary, grilled, even raw.
John Steinbeck wrote about them, and we ate them. Boy, did we.
The important fish that you canned in California happened to be sardines. This is because there was such an abundant resource of these sardines. Healthy, full of rich, wonderful, delicious fats, and you could can them quite easily.
Sardines in the wild can arrive in what they call shoals. Schools so massive it looks like the land has come up from underneath the surface.
In the 1940s, California's sardine canners had been reaping what seemed to be an unlimited resource when, almost without warning, the tides turned.
That population of sardines just crashed. I mean, it just disappeared.
In the early days of fisheries, a lot of people thought that you couldn't overfish the ocean. During optimal years, and there were good populations of sardines, they took that as sort of the norm, and they fished really hard. So when you had a very severe El Nino event that seriously depressed the stock, and you had on top of that really serious fishing pressure,
this entire industry, this infrastructure that had been built up to feed America, was desperate to find a new fish. Enter the tuna.
But for the time being, the only people who really seemed to care about tuna were sports fishermen, battling the wild tuna just for the fun of it. But there were other battles that involved tuna. Remember Napoleon's army?
If you have soldiers out there in the field or in trenches for weeks and weeks and months, how do you feed them? How do you keep up their sustenance?
One answer, canned tuna. And during World War I, the embryonic canning industry exported tuna to help Britain beat Kaiser Bill. But meals consumed in the trenches were not exactly ready for America's dinner table.
The problems with the albacore were simple. Very oily fish, and they canned it, and it was absolutely unsuccessful. No one had ever heard of albacore. So they took a look at this and said, we're doing this wrong. We've got to make a shift in what we're doing in order to produce a tuna that Americans will consume. They would only can the white meat, and they would press the oil.